Greetings everyone, welcome to Chess Advanced. This game is very amazing. Here with the white pieces we have Arjun Erigaisi, the really chaotic player. With the black pieces we have Matthias Bluebaum. Matthias Bluebaum has been playing spectacular chess. He was also able to beat Prague, so definitely he's in one of his top forms. And let's see how Arjun handles this. Here he just goes for c4. We have e6, g3 and d5. We go into the Agincourt defense, bishop to g2, knight to f6 and d4. We transpose into the Catalan opening. This is the closed system. Bishop to e7, knight to f3, castles and these captures. So basically just accepting that pawn. We have queen to c2, c6, now queen caps on c4, b5, and now just finally going for this queen to d3, knight p d7, bishop to e3, and just knight to d5, centralizing that knight. And here just going for this bishop to d2, a bishop to b7, and you could go for a very nice line with e4 here, knight to f6, and now just going for knight to c3, queen to c7, and after e5 there could be chances that you could have a very nice position. Knight here, knight captures, pawn captures, and you can get the rook into the game. You're already eyeing this very nicely. You can just push those pawns, maybe start an attack, and it would be absolutely amazing. But after bishop to b7 we have knight to c3, just normal developing moves, b4, and here just knight to e4. So as soon as you develop, you just face a tempo, and now you have to move it, queen to b6 and just queen to c2, c5 now, knight up to g5 and just g6. So definitely just defending against any threats. And you also have the dark square bishop, which you can remaneuver later. And here we have d captures, now just going for this knight captures and just knight caps on c5. And so trading more pieces, queen captures, and you could trade queens, but here Arjun chooses not to. He goes for queen to b3 and just rook a to c8, rook a to c1. And instead of this rook a to c1, you could also go for knight to e4, attacking the queen. And once the queen moves, you go rook a to c1, rook captures, rook to d8, and now finally after bishop to h6 your position would be absolutely spectacular. And but in Arjun's hands, he might really push for a win here in this position and definitely press. But here after rook a to c8 we have rook a to c1, attacking the queen. Now queen to b5 and rook captures, queen to f3 and just queen to e8. And seems like a passive move, but is really not. I mean, you have to defend that pawn. So here just going for this queen to e4, but after rook to c7 just this queen to h4. Now you're threatening mate. So how do you defend? Now just going for h5. And h5 is a very nice move in this position, and you can see the structure is very solid. Queen is defending, bishop is also putting some pressure, knight is centralized. I mean, black's pieces are very active in this position. And hey, what do you even do in this position? You could, the best move in this position recommended by the engine is g4, and finding g4 on the board, good luck with that. I mean, that's just absolutely crazy. Here, even if you play for a move like f6 here, trying to kick back the knight, let's say knight caps on e6, I mean, then that comes in, your rook is under attack. You have to now actually come with the tempo here, attack the bishop, and after rook to d1 your position is absolutely fine, and you have weakened the king side, and most likely here Arjun will be able to utilize it. So I mean, if you play that way, maybe that could go somewhere. But after g4, I mean, there is this pin. I mean, how do you even get rid of it? This captures is coming in the position. Definitely I'll be interested in capturing as well. Rook can jump in straight away, but it's still very unlikely, and yeah, a very difficult position to try and do anything. But after h5 here we have queen to d4, but queen to d4 is not a good move, and definitely Matthias is going to now take advantage of that. Queen to d8 was played, but now just comes h4, just protecting that knight, but it's not good enough here. Rook to d7, queen caps on a7, just grabbing a pawn here, trying to do that, but in this position unfortunately it does not work. Bishop to a8 was played, attacking the queen. And the problem with this position is you cannot go for a move like queen to a6. If you go for a move like queen to a6, now just comes this knight to c7, attacking the queen, also opening up an attack towards the bishop. And once you go queen to c4 or anywhere else, hey, just bishop caps on g2, king caps and rook caps on d2, and yes, your position is entire position is collapsing. You're just a piece down, and there is nothing you can do in this position. So after bishop to a8, knight caps on c6 was on e6 was played, trying to sacrifice the piece and maybe get your pieces a bit active. But here in this position, just f captures, and now you have nothing. Queen to a4 was played, but now just comes this again, this knight to b6, attacking the queen, opening up an attack towards the bishop. But now just queen to c2, defending it, but now just comes this king to f7, bishop to h6, and finally just bishop captures, king captures, queen to a8, checking moves, and now just going for this queen caps on a2. You're just basically a piece down. Arjun is definitely still going to try, but it's going to be very difficult to try and hold out this position. But let's see how Matthias is able to convert this position. Queen to c6, but now just comes queen to a5, bishop to g5, queen to c5, queen to f3 check. Still, it's a little bit hard to actually try and convert this position. Both players are very much down on the clock now. Queen to f5, but just queen to c6 was played. Queen to c5, queen to f3 check, king to g7, now finally going for it, and here just going for queen to d6, bishop to e3 and queen to d6, g4 now, knight to c4, g captures, knight captures, and just f captures. So once now you've traded the pieces more, now you can understand the importance of one piece. And even if you're open the position, there is no way you can try and set up some sort of an attack. Bishop caps on h4 was played, but this king to g2, queen to d5 and e4, queen caps on h5, but now just comes queen to f8, trying to still try something in this position, but king to h7. Rook to a7 check was played, rook captures, queen captures, and now king to h6. And you might think you might have some sort of a perpetual in this position, but unfortunately that doesn't exist. Queen to f8 check was played, king to g5, and now just comes queen to c5 check in this position. You could also go for queen to e7 check, but after king to h6 and queen to f8 check, king to g5, and queen to e7, king to f4. And if you play queen to d8, queen to d6 check, I can just block in this position, and I mean, there is nothing in this position that you can have. Endgame is completely winning, and yeah, most likely you're gonna resign here. But after king to g5, queen to c5 check was played, trying something, but king to g4, queen to e3 again, queen to e5, and after queen to f3 check, king to g5, but after king to h3, here queen to f4 check was played. A queen to f4 was played, asking for a queen trade, and it was on this move, on move 51, that Arjun Erigaisi resigned the game. And Arjun has been playing spectacular chess. He was unbeaten until now, until he played Matthias Bluebaum. That was the same case with Prague as well. But both Matthias has been in top form and beating all of these young prodigies, and most likely is now going to be playing Nihal Serene tomorrow here on the first board. So definitely it's going to be an interesting matchup. But you got to feel for Arjun. I mean, he played spectacular chess until now, just made one mistake of capturing that, and after that, I mean, it went downhill from there. But you have to understand that these players, these genius prodigies, they push every game for a win, try to win every game. They are at the top of the level not because it was given to them, it's because they took it by working hard every single day and working on their chess and pushing every game for a win. That's why Arjun, if he wanted to draw, he could have just taken a queen trade here on c6 when it was offered early on, and he would have been very fine pushing for a win in the later rounds. And I think he could have done that, but you know, he has been playing very aggressive chess. I mean, very aggressive chess and trying to go for a win in every round, and that's why he is Arjun Erigaisi. So you know, sometimes these results really don't matter when you need them the most. I mean, it feels like they don't get you don't get the results, but it's not that way. He has been playing spectacular chess. That's what counts. He's been in top form all year round. That's what counts, and he's going to reach the pinnacle of chess, and that's exactly what's going to count in a few years, and you will see that as well. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll be coming back with games like these, so stay tuned to the channel, stay updated, and I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon. Thank you very, very much for watching.